Today I fucked up by imitating my parents when they have sex. So this happened decades ago, but I didn't realize how much I fucked up until today. Note: I am male. One night as a kid, I woke up and heard smacking noises and a distinct oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h noise. It was very unique and reminded me of a sea lion. I snuck out of my room and peeked into my parents' room and saw my dad poking my mom under the light of the TV. I was too young to understand they were having sex, but I knew I was seeing something taboo and I just snuck back into my room. Pretty shortly, whenever I wrestled my brothers or cousins or friends who came over, I did what kids do, and that's imitate. I would start making the distinct oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h noise. Once I learned what sex was, as well as a kid can anyway, I would purposely hump others for fun and make the oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h noise. Soon they were copying me and we were all humping each other as a prank, going oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h. Fast forward to today, my nephew was over and I dropped my sandwich and shouted "frig frag," which is unique to me. Immediately, my nephew went around imitating me yelling "frig frag." It was embarrassing because it was obvious that he had picked it up from me because no one else says that. Then I flashbacked to my childhood where we would all hump each other and scream oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h-oh-h-h-h while my parents were in the other room, and realized that out of all the porn I watched, no one sounded like that except my mom. That's when I finally realized my parents knew all along we were making the sex noises my mom make. Too long didn't read. I realized decades later that my parents listened to me and my friends copying their sex noises and knew exactly who we were copying. I used to say "I love you" and my parents knew I was mocking my mom talking to my dad because she never said that to me. Sure you did, Op, sure you did. More like you just now watched Forrest Gump. But frig frag is totally unique to Op. That's like a fucking fact. Reminded me of a sea lion, ha 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 ha. You are literally Rain Man, holy shit. He does almost that exact thing. Hot, you have a video. Today I fucked up by peeing in a jacuzzi hot tub. This actually happened a few hours ago and is keeping me awake. For background, my wife and I are celebrating our wedding anniversary this weekend by slipping away to the mountains in our state. Through a funny twists of events, I accidentally booked a very large rustic cottage for just the two of us to enjoy, even though it could clearly accommodate a large family. Whatever, we just laugh it off and decide to make the most of it. One feature of this cabin is a pretty sweet hot tub that is kept warm and full so it can be used at any time. We make it through Saturday having a great time, hiking, sightseeing, enjoying mountain streams, and by afternoon, we are ready to do something more laid back. We are able to find a winery a bit off the beaten path without many people so we can feel comfortable about social distancing and all that, and we go in for a tasting. This is where we met a couple of sisters about our age and started chatting, eventually engaging in great conversation. We really melt together and more or less become friends on the spot, even agreeing to get dinner together. During dinner, it comes up that we have a large cabin to ourselves and we invite the sisters to come hang out for a while and enjoy the 4-person jacuzzi. We bring the liquor, they bring snacks. They are in and show up a little while later. We take the time to imbue spirits and vent about life in a way that you can only do with relative strangers with no attachments to other people in your life. As promised, we moved into the hot tub to relax and enjoyed the company. So, in order to keep this tub full all the time, the water is chlorinated so it doesn't become a primordial goop that spawns a new strain of life that eventually dominates the earth. Being inside in an enclosed space indoors causes the fumes to be noticeable but mostly tolerable. As I was sitting in the tub drunk with 3 other women, I was cursed with the strong urge to pee. As drunk as I was, I very reasonably decided it would be too much effort to get out and walk to the bathroom. Plus, I didn't want to drip water everywhere, and so I let loose sitting in the water with other people sitting near me. I figured there was no way anybody could tell because of the warm temperature of the water, and also everyone seemed distracted and just as drunk. This is where I got a lesson in chemistry. Apparently, the ammonia, I presume, in my urine reacted with the chemicals in the hot tub, for much the same reason you don't mix household cleaners. Within seconds, We were all coughing and gasping for air. He had to evacuate as the water turned cloudy and opened all the doors and windows to vent the poison fumes. Luckily, nobody needed medical care and we were able to get back to socializing without too many questions. However, one of the sisters has a doctorate in chemistry, so I have to wonder if she pieced together what caused the unexpected attack. Too long didn't read. I urinated in a hot tub that had cleaning chemicals. The chemical reaction resulted in a war crime against my wife and people I just met. Maybe the chemistry sister peed at the same time, that's why she didn't call anyone else out for it. As someone who works in a chemistry lab without a doctorate, I can assure you that she figured it out. But she doesn't necessarily know the culprit. Granted, I was the only guy, so there may be biases working against me. Your boy here, using biological weapons against helpless civilians. But for real though, that's quite the ride. At least you didn't get caught though. The limited volume of urine you could introduce to the hot tub should have a very limited effect. I think you are either exaggerating or have the world's largest bladder ever. I think it was a combination of factors, including a low ceiling and high temperature. Today I fucked up by drinking from the wrong bottle. Literally happened 15 minutes ago and I'm still in shock from it all. A little backstory before I begin. Me and my girlfriend of 2 years are truckers. We've been on the road together for about 2 months and it's taken some getting used to, but we've managed to make it work. One thing that we, and I'm sure plenty of truckers, do is whenever we gotta urinate, we do it in whatever cup or bottle that's available, then properly dispose of it as soon as possible because the smell gets to be a bit much. I'm sure you can already tell where this is headed. I just woke up 2 hours before our alarm and I sat up in the front to let my girlfriend have the sleep she deserves. Now, my brain when I just woke up saw the bottle of Mountain Dew sitting in one of the cup holders and didn't bother to question its origin or contents. All I was capable of thinking as I put the bottle up to my lips was, "Oh cool Mountain Dew." Surprise, it was piss. My girlfriend must have gotten up at some point in the night and used the bottle to relieve herself, and I had just tasted a swig of it. I immediately spat the bottle out into the dedicated pee cup and I'm now currently chugging and swishing an entire bottle of water. Too long didn't read, drank from a piss bottle thinking it was Mountain Dew. I'm a solo trucker now, but I did team for a year after training. As a woman, I've never actually used something to pee in on the truck personally. I had a teamed mate, however, who liked to use gallon jugs. He'd have one hidden under the passenger seat. He was off at home and hadn't taken the jug out unbeknownst to me. I accidentally leaned on the seat air, it came down and crushed the jug. That truck never smelled the same. Now that's a today I fucked up. How the fuck does a female piss in a Mountain Dew bottle? I'm impressed. I would not have a very good experience if I tried that. That's the real question. I can only imagine trying only to have it spurt out the sides and smelling everything up. That was Mountain Dew. That's how it's supposed to taste. Well, it is a fetish for a lot of people, sadly not you. Well, at least you are hydrated, haha.